Hi! In this demo, we'll take a look at the Taxes and Discounts tab of the Configure Store wizard in ECC. Here, I can specify how to record the taxes that come in with my online order and how to record my discounts and other charges in QuickBooks. For taxes, I have three choices. I can choose my online store does not charge taxes, in which case ECC will not bring in any tax details. Second, I can use QuickBooks to calculate the taxes, or I can use the tax calculated by my online store and record it as a line item. Let's take a look at these two options in a little more detail. For the option where I use QuickBooks to calculate taxes, I have two choices. I can use a particular tax item to record the taxes for my orders, and I can use a different item if my orders are non-taxable. So, for example, whenever an order comes in with taxes, ECC will always use this particular tax item for that order. If the order comes in with no taxes, it'll use this item, out of state, as the tax for that order. Also, I can use this checkbox to specify tax locations if I collect taxes in multiple states. To do so, I can select a particular shipping state, let's say California, and I can select the corresponding line item to use for CA sales tax. I can go ahead and hit Save. If you charge taxes in multiple states, you can simply click on Add New and add mappings for additional states to corresponding tax line items in QuickBooks. For the purposes of this demo, let's assume that I only collect taxes in one location. I'll uncheck that box. Now, let's see what the impact is of using that option. When I use the option to use QuickBooks to calculate taxes, any taxes that are applicable for the order will automatically be calculated by QuickBooks. ECC will simply specify the particular tax item that should be used when the order is taxable. Let's take a quick look in QuickBooks. So, in this case, if the order has one item that's $10 and I have CA sales tax for 10%, ECC will simply select CA sales tax and QuickBooks will automatically calculate the tax for that particular item. It will ignore the value that was obtained from your online store. Next, if I use the tax calculated by my online store, these settings look almost identical to the previous option, but there's a key difference here. Let's take a quick look at how this impacts your taxes. If I use the tax calculated by my online store, ECC will not record the taxes at the bottom here. It'll simply record the taxes as a line item. The benefit of doing that is that now ECC can transfer the exact tax value that was obtained with your online order and specify exactly that amount into QuickBooks. If you have a complex tax structure with taxes on multiple counties and several states, you probably want to use the second choice, which is to use the tax calculated by your online store. In most cases, the tax calculated by QuickBooks will be accurate, so we recommend using QuickBooks to calculate taxes. Remember, you can always come back here and change your settings and adjust if you find any discrepancies in the way the tax is being posted into QuickBooks. Next, we also have the choice of using tax variations per item. If you have orders in which certain items are taxable whereas others are not, you can use this to specify the tax code to use for taxable items and the tax code to use for non-taxable items. Also, I can record discounts in QuickBooks, and in the case of Magento and a few other stores, I can also record other charges such as store credit. ECC will pull in a drop-down of discount item types and service or other charge item types for you to record those particular charges. To quickly recap, we specify how to calculate taxes and whether to use the QuickBooks calculated taxes or to use the tax calculated by your online store and simply record it as a line item. I can specify tax variations per item if applicable, and I can select the line items to record my discounts and other charges. We've now configured taxes and discounts. We can hit Save and Continue to move to the last step, which is the packing slip.